when you are all alone. Maybe the one who is waiting for you will prove untrue. Then what will you do? Maybe you'll sit and sigh, wishing that I were near. Then maybe.
War never changes. The Romans waged war to gather slaves and wealth. Spain built an empire from its lust for gold and territory. Hitler shaped a battered Germany into an economic superpower. But war never changes. In the 21st century, war was still waged over the resources that could be acquired. Only this time, the spoils of war were also its weapons: petroleum and uranium. For these resources, China would invade Alaska, the US would annex Canada, and the European Commonwealth would dissolve into quarreling, bickering nation-states bent on controlling the last remaining resources on Earth. In 2077, the storm of World War had come again. In 2 brief hours, most of the planet was reduced to cinders. And from the ashes of nuclear devastation, a new civilization would struggle to arise. A few were able to reach the relative safety of the large underground vaults. Your family was part of that group that entered Vault 13. Imprisoned safely behind the large vault door, under a mountain of stone, a generation has lived without knowledge of the outside world. Life in the vault is about to change.
Hello and welcome. This is Fallout, which is the first game we're going to be playing on Friend Desktop version 4, because I have a new computer, and clearly this needs to be tested to the utmost, and what better game can I use to test out the capabilities of this new machine? I mean, the last time I had a new computer, I tested it with Dungeon Keeper 2, I believe, and before that, I can't even remember. It might even have been... oh, so long ago. I've been LPing for a very long time, and we are continuing to LP. That is what I am here to do. So, Fallout. It's a game I am not sure I've finished. I'm fairly certain I've done everything in it, in a sort of way, but it's one of those games that I haven't played in more than 10 years. And we're going from memory a lot of this. So, we're going to play a new game. I was discussing on Discord, by the way, Discord link down below, discussing on Discord to see what sort of challenge I could do with this, and I think we came up with the idea that I was going to do a melee-focused build, which, yeah, it's typically something I don't do. Normally, I go Luck Sniper. There's a certain trait you get at a high level if you've got 9 Perception, 9 Agility. You can pick up Sniper, which basically multiplies your luck in terms of bonus crit chance. So if you have 9 luck as well, which you can increase to 10 later on in the game, all good, and you crit absolutely everything. It's the normal way I tend to build these things. So, we don't want to be Bruiser. We will go through traits in a little bit, but I want to just make sure they are turned off. So yeah. What the challenge we're going to go for is we are not going to use guns in any way, shape, or form. We will, however, max out our unarmed, and we're probably going to try and kill things with knives. Unarmed combat, not a good thing. Especially as, realistically, you shouldn't start higher than 6 strength, because you get power armor, which increases your strength by 3, and you can train for the last point. So starting with only 6 strength, well, we'll see. We'll keep the endurance high. We want the agility to be extremely good, because that affects our overall movement. Oh god, I'm going to have to make compromises in places I don't normally... we can cut the charisma down to 2, I suppose. Raise the intelligence up to 6. Gonna be poor on luck, and luck gives you a lot. Hold on, if I go gifted, how bad is this for me? So, lower that. 5 perceptions, probably okay. Then we'll lower it to 4. This then means I can lower that as well. Lower that as well. Alright, so that allows me to go back into luck. Well, having high luck is usually quite good. Additional crit chances, which we're going to need if we're going to be meleeing. Yeah, high luck, good intelligence, low charisma. Obviously, the downside of gifted, though, we lose 10% to all of our starting skills, and we receive 5 less skill points a level, but we can live with that in terms of the benefits it's giving us. Beyond that, though, it's what we want to do here. So, in many ways, Fast Shot is one of the best ones for this, because we would then just be able to, because I think counts for melee weapons as well. So, one less to use the melee weapon means we get tons of attacks in if we get close enough. Small frame, also quite good. More critical hits. Kamikaze, sounds fun, but no. Metabolism's not really good. Heavy-handed. Critical's a good critical, but you always do more melee damage. Tempting. Tempting. The only other one we could go for is something like Bloody Mess. Or Jinxed, I suppose, is always a fun one. I don't know, how do we want to play this? We should... Bloody Mess doesn't do anything, but, you know, there are certain requirements. There are certain things that are required in this game. Yeah, I think we'll get Fast Shot. Alright, let's... we don't want to be Max Stone. We want to be, of course, Shin from Oblivion. And we'll be the old man of the wasteland. How old can we get? Wow, that's depressingly close to my actual age. Okay, so 35 is as high as we go. Jeez. Alright, okay, unarmed is our main thing there. 39 hit points. 9 for armor class. Okay. Turns out the skills. Lockpicking I always find useful. Melee weapons we probably should take if we're going for this build, but that's pretty much where all our skill points are going anyway. All the skill points I would normally put into big guns, energy weapons, saving up for later. Repair is always useful. Science is useful. Speech, I suppose, gives us more options, though it's another skill that I would naturally be raising as we go through the game. Could even go Outdoorsman for some strange nonsense. Yep, I know I have 3 tag skills. Science or repair? We can get repair manuals in the game, though. I don't know. Steel occasionally useful, but we'll mostly be doing that to trade stuff with our companions. Barter's okay, but if you've got some gambling, you don't need it as much. Oh, I don't know. Convention says you pick passive ability and whatever. First aid would give me a first aid kit to start with, but they don't really need to. I normally go to doctors anyway. Sneak is useless. Traps aren't enough to make that worthwhile. So really, the toss-up is science and repair, and I think we're going to go with science over repair. Maybe? Actually, no. Science is higher. We'll go with repair. They're both reasonably useful. That's how we'll go. So we are fast shooting, melee only attempt at a character. All right. Plot.
Ah, you're here. Good. We've got a problem. A big one. The controller chip for our water purification system has given up the ghost. Can't make another one, and the process is too complicated for a workaround system. Simply put, we're running out of drinking water. No water, no vault. This is crucial to our survival. And frankly, I think you're the only hope we have. You need to go find us another controller chip. We estimate we have 4 to 5 months before the vault runs out of water. We need that chip. We marked your map with the location of another vault. Not a bad place to start, I think. Look, just be safe. Okay?
Wow, we would love to be safe, but we're going out into the wasteland. Safety is not a thing that exists here. Especially as we're going to be armed with knuckle dusters. And so we head out into the... It's not light. I thought there was a flash of light for some reason. Into the caves! Oh, that sounded like rats. We sure this is a good idea? I mean, the rats are clearly finding water somewhere. The lights! Well, I mean, yeah, clearly good idea. Hey, we get another knife. And we have, of course, our unarmed ability. So let's inventorize up, see if I can even remember the controls here. So item 1, we go to there. Okay, so it means we've got an AP of 2 to do this. Okay, let's use the control. We need to get back in. There are rats in here. Let me back in. Sorry, technical problems with the door. And also, we don't want to let the rats in. Well, fine. Fine, I say. Meanwhile, rat, stabity death. We have 9 AP and a good amount of strength. We should be able to hit these quite hard. There are a lot of rats around here, so we got a good chance of getting some good experience points, provided, of course, we don't die in the process. 5. They have 6 hit points then, which is fine. We're actually hitting quite well, but we do have 6 strength and a high skill in melee weapons, even though it's not really, we're unarmed. I should have really gone the other way around, but it doesn't matter. Hit 5. Okay, hit for 3. Ow. Hit for 3, hit for 1. Okay. Punch! I'm sure we got knuckle dusters for starting with this. Maybe I'm missing them. Nope, nope, nope. Oh no, we did. There we go. I knew we got something of those. There we go, that's better. Right. I'm remembering. So now, instead of a mighty 2 damage, we do a mighty 2 damage. 3. Okay. The good news is, we're good at punching things. Bad news is, this is probably as good as we're ever going to be at doing damage. If nothing else, though, we are going to destroy rat kind. Good. Okay, are there any more for any more? No, that we can see. Okay. Oh, actually, was that one down there? Nope, nothing's targeting. Over there, then. There's a way to start combat before I get to this point, but as long as I sort of encounter them like that, it should be fine. Punch! That rat has been punched. If only these were ducks, then I'd feel much better about the situation. Okay. Punch, miss, 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 and 4th attack. We have 4 attacks before they get a move. Alright, N10. There's a keyboard command for that, I'm sure, but we'll worry about that later. Relearning the game to a certain extent. Okay, well, there's a bunch of rats over this direction, so this is where we're going next. Because these rats need punch! Exciting punching rat action, then. Take the turn. They hit me for 2. We're on 30 hit points. Okay. Punch! See, if we'd taken a bloody mess, we'd have had some exploding rats. Okay, you hit us twice for 4. We don't have any armor, of course, because why would we need armor in the wasteland? That just sounds foolish. Pass for turn. Get hit for 1, get hit for 2. Rats getting 2 attacks we're not approving of. It's because we're encountering them in our combat phase, unfortunately. But I can at least punch this one. Hit for 4. Pass for turn. Hit for another 2. We're now at 21 hit points. I think we started at 40, so we're at half health already. How many more of these rats have I got to kill? Quite a few of them. Come on. I know you're around here. I need you to trigger on me, because otherwise I'm gonna... No, he's gone into the corner. Fine. Punch. Punch. Did not mean to start combat like that. Hit for 2. Missed. Well, killed another rat. Onwards we go. Run into rat. Not the good plan, but at least they missed. Right, punch. And double punch. Need 1 punch and double punch. No double punch. We did hit the rat for 6, which I think is the most we've done in one round of combat so far. Again, it'd be so much better if we could actually increase our strength, but it's not worth it if we can spend the points elsewhere where they'd be useful, as we get upgrades up to 10 from the rest of this anyway. We're only 11 hit points. I'm probably content to let the rats have their cave. They don't seem to know where the water chip might be. In many ways, this is probably the first non-human species we've encountered at all. We spent our entire life in the vault. I'm pretty sure there's no rats in there. Which, you know, is an achievement in itself, considering how invasive rats are. But if they're stuck in this cave when there is a perfectly good vault full of food in there, surely that's where they would have gone, you'd have thought. We killed all the rats. We might have killed all the rats. And there's about 20, so... Nope, we might have killed all the rats. Okay, awesome. For the first time, we're looking at natural light. Natural light! It burns! Okay, so this is the overworld map. So as you can see, it is 5th December, 2161. And there is Vault 15. Let's head off. However, let's actually stop here. Because we've seen the outside world. We're not interested. We're going back in the vault. Welcome back to the vault. It's not even been a day, but they managed to fix their issues on the door. I mean, to be fair, it's probably the first time... I think it's the first time it's ever opened, so it makes sense that there were problems getting it open again. Still, we are going to head over here, and we are going to have a chat to this guy. Oh my, you're seriously wounded. Here, let me help you. You're fully healed. Take care of yourself in the future. So, we arrived at what was just after midnight. It is now... Oh boy, that took us a long time, but still. Fully healed up. 9 PM on basically the first day of our journey. In theory, we shouldn't have to worry about numbers so much, but it made sense to get all the healing done. Okay. Next up, we're going to go down into the vault. Because we want to speak to the Overseer, and we also want to do a couple of things. First thing we're going to do is go down to floor 3, and we are going to go and enter here. Why are we entering here? Because here is their main storage. So here we can see where all their water supplies are. We're not going to be mean and steal those. We could, I mean, it's bartering stuff if nothing else, but it's not worth that much. We will, however, pick up a medkit. We will pick up some mentats. We will also pick up anything else we can find from in here, because why were we not fully equipped before we went out? So that is the question. Who sends a Shadowhawkian adventurer out with no stuff when there is stuff in here that we could take? I mean, maybe we were pushed up a door on us. I mean, maybe they knew we were going to do this, and that's why they had door issues all of a sudden. Maybe that is entirely the reason. It is possibly valid if they knew me, and presumably they knew me. They sent me outside as I was the only hope for the vault for some reason. My reluctance to use guns and my knuckle dusters of doom are the only reasons that anybody did anything. Okay, so here we have a science station. It takes scientific skill to get anything clever out of it. So let's try and use science on it. Okay, we spent some time researching some important information. So if we look at our Pip-Boy, we can now see that we have spent quite a long time, actually, on the computer. But, you know, it's only been 2 days, and so far all we've done is gone outside, kill some rats, and come back and done some research. We also have another one that we can use here. And that is enough to go up a level, because I think we got quite a lot from both of those. So if we go to our character sheet, we can see that we have leveled up. So we now have some skill points to assign. So we're going to add some points to melee weapons. Regretting that we didn't pick that as our main, we will put 4 points into lockpick. And we will put the rest into... Put a couple in speech. We'll probably put a couple in speech every single level, but that'll do. So we're up to 1,200 experience points. Not a bad start. It's also middle of the day, which means we have people we can talk to and things we can do. But more importantly, we need to tell the Overseer about the outside. We need to tell him about the rats. We also need to go in there, because that is something that would be really good if we could use guns, which, as I've already stated, we are not using guns on this playthrough. We're going without guns. Put your weapon away right now. Oh yeah, that's the point. Yeah, so people don't like it if you've got guns. Or, you know, stuff. And since we're going to do that, we're going to swap that around. There we go. Maybe I should have put points into one arm. We still got the knuckle dusters. What would there be a lock for in the vault? Who has access? Oh, I'm remembering things here. Well, I have need. Please open the door. Good argument. Oh. Oh, we failed the speech check. Darn it. This is why I have speech all the time. Darn it. We can't get the shotgun. There's a shotgun in there. Oh, darn it. Alright. I'm not sure if we get a second shot at that either, because most of the speech checks are kind of final. Oh well. Let's speak to the Overseer. I cannot get to the Overseer. No, I must wander away.
And in one piece. How goes the search?
Not good. I've noticed the radiation count is low.
We've debated this before. You ought to know now after being out there. You think the rest of us could survive that? Besides, I'd be out of a job. I'm management. It's not like I know how to do anything useful.
We agree on that.
Look, I know it's got to be tough, but we're...
Alright, I'll work hard to find my chip. Dead. Well, it's not over there. Let's go to him again.
Do you have the chip?
No, but I have a lot of other things to tell you. There are rats outside.
No options. I know it's a lot of responsibility for you, but we have no choice. We need the chip now.
But there's rats out there. Alright, fine. Let's go look for the chip over here. Nope, didn't find it. Let's have another discussion with you.
Please, tell me you found the chip.
Sorry, I haven't been able to track it down yet.
Is there some problem? Do you need more equipment? Is there anything we can do to help?
You could use more stuff.
Take the last of our ammo and portable healing supply.
Hey, we picked up an extra couple of stim packs. And if we picked up an extra couple of stim packs, we are happy with the situation. I'm slightly annoyed that we did miss the shotgun, but ultimately I was going to have to barter that away anyway. So we'll return here at some point in the future, and there are a couple of other quests we can do, but for now, I think we've done everything we can do right at this point for... Oh, actually, there's a couple of flares we can pick up. Forgot about those. There are a couple of flares. There we go, and... There we go. A couple of flares. There might be some other stuff I could steal, actually, but I can't think of anywhere else off the top of my head, so we're going to head out. No, we're actually going to head out. But, you know, we defeated all the rats here. We've leveled up to level 2, and this seems like a reasonable point to end the video, so I think what we will do is we will head here, we shall save the game, and next time... Shin of the Wastelands will go to Vault 15. Or maybe he won't. Maybe there'll be something between Vault 13 and 15 that we'll need to check out first. But either way, Shadowhawk 2012 playing Fallout. Until then.